Hey everybody, Tim here. Today's episode of Star Trek Voyager, Season 5, Episode 12, The Bride of Chaotica. This was a good episode. It was a lot of fun. I can't take it too seriously, but it wasn't overly dramatic. So it's the return of Captain Proton, which is great. I've said it before, I'm a huge Flash Gordon fan, even going back to the original serials and stuff like that. So clearly that's what it's based off of. And Tom and Harry start having trouble with the program, and they can't end it. And they see like this rupture in the program. Well, it turns out Voyager is like lodged in like this weird subspace thing. And most of this episode is basically about this alien life form can only evolve in like it's a holographic life form basically. So when it sees other holograms, it thinks that they're real. And by the time we get to the end of the episode, people introduce themselves, like Tom introduces himself, and he's like, "No, you're not real. You don't even give off life signs." And so, but in that case also, anytime somebody like a holographic character injures one of the species, it actually does kill them. So as they're trying to figure stuff out, because in the program Chaotica is just unleashing this death ray and is just killing the species people, and so they start fighting back, and Voyager's kind of caught in the middle. Janeway has a really interesting line that jumps out at me. She's mentioned before that she was a science officer. I forgot which episode it was, but she mentioned it a long time ago, and I talked about it then. And she says, like, "Oh, when I was a science officer on the Albatani," and again, I just cannot picture Janeway in a blue uniform. I would assume it would be like the Next Generation. I should look it up to see if somebody's like photoshopped a younger Kate onto a blue suited Starfleet uniform, because I just can't imagine her like coming up through the ranks. And it is interesting because anytime we think about people moving up in command, it's always just the red. But I mean, we have seen other people like Geordi, who wore yellow because he was an engineer, but we have seen him as a captain, so he switches to red. Or Beverly switched to Captain Picard, Crusher Picard, in the Next Generation. So I guess we've seen it, but I just can't picture Janeway as that type of character. As all of this is happening, systems start going down because it's using up all the program. And even Neelix is like, there's 150 people on board, and right now 4 of the bathrooms are working. We've lost 3 more replicators, and Janeway's like, just give me some coffee. And Neelix is like, "Oh no, the replicators are going down really quickly. You can't." And she's like, "Listen to me carefully. I'll only say it once. Coffee." And so sure enough, Neelix replicates and starts to talk to her, and she's like, "Nope, coffee first, then we can talk." And she like takes it. It's like the meme where it's like when that first drop of coffee touches her soul. That's why I relate to Janeway the most. Like, she's so great. So Tom is the one that kind of comes up with the idea on how to get people into the holodeck, because at this point they just need to stop Chaotica. And so Janeway goes in as Queen Arachnia of the spider people. And so she goes in and she has to use pheromones and seduce people and stuff like that to basically shut off the death rays. And then to be an ambassador to that species, the Doctor goes, because the Doctor, being a holographic character, they can read him as a life form, and so he goes as the president of Earth, and so is like, "Hey, I have people on the inside, they're stopping this whole thing right now. We'll work together and we'll just put an end to this." And overall, it's a great episode in that sense. Like, it's so far out there that it's actually really well done. It's a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. For those who have seen this one, what did you guys think? Go ahead, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for everything, and I will see you guys next time for Gravity.